Hi, welcome to this tutorial video. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can turn any video or audio to social media content automatically with Flowjin and publish and schedule it right away. The first step is to go to flowjin.com and sign up. When you sign up, you will get to this dashboard. The first step is to import or upload your content. I have put sources that we support for importing the content. Please check out the description. So for the matter of this video, I'm going to use one of the videos that I recorded for a customer call and upload it to Flowjin. My content is now uploaded. The next step is to ask Flowjin's AI to create me clips. So I click on the project, I will be directed to this menu. I will click on AI clipping and set the language as English. I can also play around with the clip length here. It dictates the length of the clip to the AI, but I'm gonna leave it to auto. But if you are willing to get longer clips, feel free to choose the option that is up to 3 minutes of the clip. The other options that you can also use is the time frame to process. So if your video has an intro or any parts that you know are not clip worthy, it can be the intro and outro of the content, or it can be any other things. You can also use this option to save credits. So for example, like for this call, I know that the beginning and the end are the greetings and the content that I don't want the AI to go through and clip me. I'm going to remove those parts. So I'm just going to trim the first 2 minutes and the last 2 minutes, and that will save me around 4 minutes of credits to use. And then I'm going to choose start clipping. After a few minutes, I see that Flowjin has processed my file and it has come up with 6 clips, 10 codes, and 10 text assets that I can use on my socials. The first step is to look at the clips, preview them. If they are a good fit, I can export them right away and publish or schedule them on my social accounts, which I will get into later. Or I can also edit them further to make them more engaging, add more layers like shapes, B-rolls, videos, titles, lower thirds, which I get into later. Or I can just edit a few stuff, take out some parts that I don't want, or add more segments to my clip, or change the styles and designs. So there are a few things that you can do. So right now, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to go ahead and edit one of the clips. So for that, you have to click on edit here. You will be directed to our video editing environment. So there are a few things here that you should know. So this is the actual clip that was extracted from your content. This is the transcript of the clip, and this is the timeline environment. So let's say that I want to change the content of the clip and adjust it to my likings. Either I want to trim the content or add some segments or words or sentences to it. I can do that by clicking on the edit clip here. And you will see on the left that this is the whole transcript of my file. And in the whole transcript, there are some highlighted sentences here. The highlighted sentences indicate the parts that are chosen to be in the clip. So any highlighted sentence is actually in the clip. If I want to trim any part from the video, all I should do is to drag that part, and then the option for removing that from the clip will appear. Or if I want to add a segment to my clip, which I think is missed, or I want to add it to the clip, it's so easy. All I should do is to drag any part of the clip and then click on add to clip. The other option here is that I may be looking for a keyword where I want my clip to be centered through that concept, or I just want to find a keyword and then add them to my clip. Either way, you should use the search button here, search for a keyword, for example, flow. And what I will see is that there are several times where flow is repeated here. So I can use it as a guide to highlight or add that part where the keyword is to the clip. Once I do all of these changes, I can click on update clip, and the clip will be adjusted in that. The second thing that you can do is to edit the captions. So I figured that Flowjin has been misspelled in my transcript, so I want to edit it in the caption. So what I would do is that for the Flowjin word that is written here, I want to correct the spelling and merge them to be in one word. So what I can do is I can click on hide in caption for the second word because I don't want it to be two words. And then I will edit the first word to be Flowjin. So it will be adjusted in the caption as well. Let's play it. There we go. I can do it to the rest of the things as well. So if you want to correct the spelling of a word, all you need to do is again, click on the word, click on edit and add words, and then change the word, and then click on the cross button here. Let's say you want to hide a caption for some part of the video, but you still want that voice to be in the video or that part, but you don't want the caption to show. What you can do is visit the left side panel here and then click on the words and then click on hide caption, and then it will be hidden in your video. Let's say I want to adjust the framing that the AI has done to crop my video and create this scene for me. First of all, you can see all the scenes that the AI has created here and the layouts of each of them. So if I want to change the layout, what I can do is to hover on that part of the video, and let's say I want to make it a split screen. What I should do is I can click on edit scene here. I will see the layout option here and click on split. So this comes in handy when you want to put an image or a footage at the bottom of the screen and keep the speaker at the top of the screen so that like you will make the video more engaging. But anyways, you can change the layout with the option here. Also, let's say the AI has cropped your speaker and zoomed in too much, or there's a part of the speaker which is like outside of the frame. You can also adjust that by clicking on the edit scene and click on crop, and you will see that this position was selected as my cropping. So if I want to zoom in, I can kind of drag it here and apply. Or let's say that I want to put the whole speaker as a landscape here as well. I can click on the original button here and the whole layout will be full with that speaker in the center. I want to make this clip more engaging. There are a few things that I can do. First of all, I want to change how the caption looks like. I think it's too small. And the other thing is that I want to hover the timer at the bottom of the video, which is from a Zoom recording. I want to hover it, hide it behind a shape that I can put there. The next step also would be to add some b-rolls and animations to make it more interesting. Let's go. So first of all, to add a shape, I'm going to use the menu on the right side, click on shape, choose this one, and then bring it here. First of all, I'm going to make it smaller, adjust it to the frame. There we go. And then I will drag the caption to be at the center. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger here. I think that looks better. The other thing that I have to do is that I should span through the whole timeline of the video so that I make sure the shape is always there. And the next thing that I also want to do is to add a frame to my video so that it adds some colors to the video and makes it more interesting. I've already created an image like this in Canva. I can add it to my project here. And then there's an interesting option to have it centered to the canvas. And then you can cover it to the canvas as well. There we go. The other thing that I want to do is I want to add a logo to my clip. So I choose it here and then put the position here. And don't forget to span the whole logo in the timeline. There we go. Another thing that you can do in Flowjin is that you can create B-rolls with AI. The feature works in this way that if you click on create B-roll videos, the AI will go through your content and find some moments, and also it will find some video footages that can be added to your project, and in this way it will make the project more interesting. So all I need to do is to click on create B-roll videos here, and there are some footages added to my content already. So I can make a few things here as well. You can add animations for the appearance and the disappearance of that footage. So all you need to do is to click on that video, click on animation, and I'm going to choose the fade in and the fade out. And also I'm going to apply these settings to all the other videos as well. So let's play how the clip looks like now. There's also an option to add B-roll footages to your project manually. All you need to do is to first find the moment where you want to add the footage to, and then use our video libraries to find what you're looking for. For example, I may want to add a B-roll in this moment. So I click on the transcript and click on so that the video is played in that exact time. I want to delete this B-roll, and then I'm going to find a video on my own. So for doing that, there is a video library in Flowjin. I click on the video in the side panel, and I'm going to search for camera, and then change the size of the video. There we go. The video is added to your project and you have a B-roll. If you want to create a branded caption in Flowjin and save it for later, you can do that. I'm going to show you how. First of all, you have to choose the caption layer. You can choose it like this, or open the layers tab and click on the caption layer here. So first of all, I'm going to change the font of my caption. I'm going to put it to Open Sans. And if I wanted to change the color of the highlighted word, I can do so by click on the animations menu, color, and then put it to orange. And I can save it as a preset. To access your presets, you can click on the style option here, and then you will see a menu of all your presets. Another interesting thing that you can do in Flowjin is you can create titles that are animated. So for doing that, I'm going to add a title at the beginning of my clip. And the first thing is to click on the text layers here, choose one of these presets, and I'm gonna click on this and type why Kim likes Flowjin. And I'm gonna make it a bit bigger. And I want this title to appear in the clip and then disappear. For that, I have to just set it to be appearing in the timeline just for a few seconds. For example, now it is shown for the first 21 seconds of the video. I can just make it longer or shorter. And then I'm gonna put an animation here so that it will come beautifully in the video and then disappear. So let's try a few captions. I think the slide one can be a good animation here, and you can change the direction of it as well. So I want it to come from left to right. And that's it. You will have a more interesting title for your clip. Another interesting thing that you can do is to add a lower third when a new speaker comes in the video. I want to do that with this speaker. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to delete this title here, and I want to use one of the text presets here. Let's use this one, and let's write the name. I want to make it a little bit bigger and the alignment to be left. Actually, I want to make it smaller. There we go. And I will write another text for his title. So he's the CEO at Awesome Marriage. Okay, beautiful. And then I want this text to appear at the beginning of the video and then disappear after a few seconds. I think maybe let's try 10 seconds. And I will also animate this text as well to make it a bit more interesting. So I want them to fade in. No, actually, I want them to slide in. But change the direction to left to right. And do the same thing here. There we go. Let's play the clip now. Okay, so I think it should just last up to here. And also I want them to go away with fade out animation. Beautiful. Let's play it again. And done. Something that can save you a little bit of time is to create a title, design it, and then save it as a preset. So to do that, I've already created this title with the font and the colors that I want. And in order to save it as a preset, all I need to do is to click on these three dots here, save presets. And if I want to access it for later, I can drop a text here and then change the cell and choose one of my presets. One of the things that can make a video more engaging is to add animations. And let's review what layers can have animations in our video editor. So there are a few things that can have the animation. Any text, captions, shapes, and videos that you add as a layer, as an additional layer to your project can have animations. And let's see how you can actually add those animations. So in my video timeline, I have a few layers. I have text layer, a logo, an image, and a shape. Also, there are some videos in my timeline which I have used as a b-roll. So for each of them, you can click on them in the timeline, click on animation, and then choose the in and out animation for it. For example, this text comes in the video with a slide animation and it goes out with no animation, but I can also change it to go out as a fade out animation effect here. And this applies to all the other layers. So all you need to do is to click on them on the timeline and then click on the animation and choose your animations as well. There's also this additional settings for each animation to choose how do they actually come in and go and what is the duration of them. For example, for this slide one, there is an additional settings here that you can choose what is the direction. Do you want it to appear from the left side of the screen or right side of the screen? So make sure to pay attention to all these details as well to have a better design for your video. If you're happy with a clip and you want to export it to post it on your social media or schedule it for later, there are two ways in Flowjin that you can do it. First of all, you can go to the projects page and export that clip to publish it on social media. I'm going to show you how it can work. So if you click on the clip box here, you can click on export. If you click on the two qualities here, it will export it for you and then it will be ready to download. But what we want to do is we want to click on the publish on social button here. The first step is that if you haven't connected your social accounts here, you need to do that first and then you can be able to publish your post. So I'm going to go and connect one of my socials here and then we will see what's going to happen next. So let's connect my LinkedIn account. Now that my LinkedIn is connected, what Flowjin also does for you is that it creates you a caption for that clip right away so that you can use it for posting on LinkedIn. So now you can do two things. You can either publish it now, which is the default option for choosing the time as now, and then click on publishing post. Or you can click on later and then choose a date and time to schedule it for later, and then click on schedule. And on the activity tab, you can see what clip has been posted where. So that comes in handy when you connect more than one socials in your account or even just one social. And you will see if you have already published that on your account as well or not. I'm gonna go ahead and connect all the other channels here. So I've gone ahead and connected my YouTube and Twitter as well. And you will see that the captions will be generated platform specific for these two as well.